I'm having coffee with Trew, stand-up comedian. Thank you for coming by.
Thank you for having me. Handshake, cheers.
Cheers. I have to. Since this is a comedy, you are a stand-up comic.
Yes.
And so I have to like make fun of your frozen coffee.
Do it. Bring it on.
You just kind of. This is very basic. You got your beard and everything, and like you order a frozen coffee. How come?
Well, because I like things that are frozen. You know, I lean towards daiquiri.
Okay.
You know, I lean towards smoothies for breakfast. So you got frozen coffee on the menu. I'm going to throw down your frozen coffee.
There you go. And we
unapologetically, by the way.
No, he was like, frozen coffee is what I want.
I'm not worried about it.
And we've been dusting the top of the frozen coffee with the coffee grinds. That's been kind of new for us.
Get dirty. Get dirty, Kevin.
So you got a new, definitely want everybody to know, I'm really excited about this. My wife and I just bought a house right off of St. Claude, so like the St. Claude scene is like huge for us right now. You're doing a comedy festival going on right now.
Hell Yes Fest.
Okay.
So it started back on October 6th, but it runs all the way through the 16th. Mm-hmm. And we've got improv, sketch, and stand-up comedy, podcast recording, storytelling shows. Basically, like 200 plus comedians from all over the country.
Wow.
Are coming into town.
To St. Claude.
To St. Claude. We also have shows.
200 comedians, real comedians.
Oh, yes.
Are coming to St. Claude.
Yes.
Okay, I'm just checking.
We have a couple of shows at the Joy Theater and at the Saenger Theater as well. So we spread out a little bit outside of St. Claude, but the heart of the festival is right here on St. Claude Avenue, and the Nerve Center is the new movement.
If that ain't funny.
Then what is?
So cool. So what, so you're doing it, you have your own, you're putting the whole event together.
I'm putting the whole event together along with a team of amazing producers like Nick Napolitano, Brock Laborde, Huka Entertainment, Adi Nahara, a whole bunch of us doing things. I have some shows as well, but my primary job during the festival is just to keep things running.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And so you also wrote a book.
Yeah, I wrote a book about improv comedy along with my wife, Tammy Nelson, who also runs the New Movement, which is down at 2706 St. Claude Avenue. Comedy shows almost every night of the week.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wrote a book about improv that acts as our textbook for our improv students.
Okay, so help me out because this show, I try desperately to be funny on this show.
That might be your first problem.
And it's definitely not. It goes to hell in a handbasket.
Okay.
So give me some tips to make this show better. How do I need to improv? Like what? Because we're improving. We're just sitting around having coffee. That's part of the fun. But also, how do I? You got some improv tips, I guess.
Well, I think an easy improv tip for someone who is not diving headfirst into the art form and doing it every night is to keep in mind that when you try too hard in comedy, it can get really, really difficult. Like the people who are doing movie quotes and who are just repeating back something that they heard someone else say as like a knee-jerk reaction kind of way, it's difficult for that to really land consistently. A lot of improv is about finding what's funny about the truth in any situation.
And so you're trying to, and comedy too is so interesting because you're going from like you got to lead your audience and you got to know where you're going. You got to lead your audience one way and then get there and direct them and change. You wrote the book. I'm asking.
There's a little bit of that for sure, but you also you kind of want to just lose yourself in the moment and act natural and follow patterns and then heighten whatever it is that you find. Like once you find something that's funny about the situation, you want to heighten it and make it more and more and more of whatever it is.
What are some of your comedians that, like famous comedians that you look up to?
I mean, the people I look up to are the types of people that figure out a way to make to build their life around an art form and create a space for others as well. So it's like whenever a musician opens up a club for other musicians to play in, like I admire that. Whenever an artist opens up an art gallery and they're still painting, but they're also curating art shows all over the country or whatever. I like stuff like that. I like people who build scenes around whatever it is that they like.
But that's really what I mean. And when you say build scenes, you're making me think back to improv because that's really okay, here's the scene. The scene is this. Okay, now go.
Right.
You know, everybody's seen Whose Line.
Yeah, well, actually, we are the complete opposite of Whose Lines Anyway.
So the points matter on your
Well,
program?
Whose Lines Anyway? They ask you to tell them where they are and what they're doing, and then they do like a very short, punchy game. We're actually basically improvising a play. So like if you go watch a play or if you go watch an episode of Saturday Night Live, we're basically improvising like that.
Okay.
So it's like two people doing something.
So
Not
Saturday Night Live, that's improv, or is that
no,
that's scripted?
That's written.
That's scripted.
Yes.
But so you're not scripted, so it changes from
well,
night to night.
improv is not scripted, but
Right.
we do scripted shows.
Okay.
But I'm saying that like an episode of Saturday Night Live, imagine that, but just made up on the spot. That's what we're doing mostly.
Okay.
As opposed to playing games. You know, we're not wearing funny hats and asking you to tell us where we are and what movie we're rewriting. We're just showing up and doing scenes and we're making them up, and we're finding what's funny about this situation, and then we heighten from there.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in you know, one of the things that this show has sort of morphed into over time, completely naturally, because you came on the show because Micah said, man, you've got to have this guy, he's doing some cool stuff on Saenger. All right, cool. And so like you sit down here and now we're talking, and the show it's funny, and when you watch, when you watch all the episodes kind of in progression, it's completely not. It's an improv show. You know what I mean? There's nothing scripted about it at all. But it's very interesting that there's themes of like the things that are happening downriver, down here, Bywater, Marigny, Lower Ninth Water, and Araby is a big part of the show as well. So this whole area, like in the art scenes and stuff that's happening, this is a cool niche part of that whole thing, and it's funny how that all like wraps in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Oh, for sure. There's a lot of awesome people doing really remarkable things all over St. Claude, and it's a pleasure to be a part of it.
Yeah, it's neat. And I mean, so do you find that, I mean, this part of town is a little bit more open to having a comedy festival than say Uptown? Are they too uppity Uptown to be like, this? I don't think that's very funny at all.
I think that there is. This is the most ideal place to have Hell Yes Fest and to have the new movement. I feel like people come to St. Claude excited to watch someone else do what jazzes them. You know, I think they come here, they want to buy a ticket to see a show, and you can also walk from show to show. There's plenty of after party type venues around here. I think it's great. And
it's crazy. I mean, like I said, I live here, and I haven't even scratched the surface of what we're doing. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a cup order here. Hold on.
While he's ordering those cups, I'm going to remind y'all, Hell Yes Fest is happening right now, October 16th. We go till October 16th. We got shows happening all over the damn city.
All right, awesome.
I had a commercial break.
No, that's perfect. No, that's great. I'll take care of some business here at the coffee shop. Excellent. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming by. I will definitely email me some of these I would love things. To. I want to hit up some of those events for sure.
And can I do one more thing?
And I'll link down anything you email to me. I will link up on the below. Below they have all the data and stuff.
Well, I'm going to say anyone who reaches out to me on Twitter or Instagram or email, I will give you a free ticket to come and see a show at the New Movement.
Nice.
We have shows almost every night of the week, just up the street, 2706 St. Claude Avenue. If you haven't seen a comedy show that was born and bred here in New Orleans, I want to change that. Come and see a show sometime.
Sweet. No, I love comedy. I will pull it up on YouTube and watch all kind of shows, but I've never seen one here, and I'm coming to see it.
We're going to change that.
I'm coming.
Cool.
Excellent. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Take care.
Yes.